everyone, I am Nishu and today I am here with the next topic, next law of Mendelism, which is your law of segregation. In my last video, I explained about law of dominance. That was clear, I hope, to you all. And today I have taken this law again from your NCERT book, page number 75. Line by line, I have taken from the book to explain you what does the law wants to tell, what does the law want to explain to you. So here, this is what your law of segregation definition is here, and this is the explanation that what does the law of segregation means. So let us begin with the law of segregation. Now, law was the principle, was the rules which were following during the experiment observed by the Mendel. But what do you mean by segregation? Segregation means to separate, to get separate from each other. So what are the things which are getting separated from each other in this law? In my last video in law of dominance, I explained you all that Mendel has told that there are certain factors which are responsible to be inherited from one generation to next generation. They were factors. They were your genes. They were alleles which were being transferred from one generation to the next generation. Here I will be talking about those factors, those genes, those alleles, that how do they get separate from each other in the group of F1 generation and during the F2 generation. How they are getting separated from each other. How the alleles which are present in a gene, in a gamete, they are getting separated from each other and then they are transferred, then they are inherited from one generation to the another generation. So here let us begin. So what has Mendel tried to explain in this law of segregation? Here in the definition it wants to tell. What it is saying? It says that parents contains two alleles during gamete formation. This much is clear, I hope you are knowing very well now. That parents are containing two alleles, one gene, two alleles during gamete formation. The factor or allele of a pair segregate from each other such that one gamete receive only one of the two factors. This is what is the main point which has been told by Mendel during framing law of segregation. This is clear. The first line is clear during the law of dominance itself, that parents contain two alleles during gamete formation. But during law of segregation, Mendel has told that these two alleles from a pair, they get separate from each other and then they are transferred by the gamete into the different gametes. One gamete receive only one of the two factor. Now how I am going to explain you all. Now suppose I am taking a homozygous and heterozygous, both the type of gametes. So if I take a homozygous, taking the character height, so capital T and capital T is one of the factor L gene, and capital T and small t is the another gene having two alleles, that is your capital T and your capital T. And this is again your separate capital T and this is your separate small t. So this is how your gametes are getting, alleles from the gametes are getting separated from each other. Now what happens, what I want to say here is that this T will be separated and will be reaching to the another gamete and this will be separated and will be reaching to the another gamete. This will be separated individually, it will be received by one of the gamete, and this is separated and this will be again individually received by the another gamete. So in a pair, two alleles are there, but from those two alleles they get separate, one allele they get separate, and that one gamete only receives one of the two. So one of the two means that these are the two alleles, and from these two alleles only one allele is being received by one of the gamete. Now here the condition comes homozygous and heterozygous. This was the condition of homozygous. So if the pair of the factor of a gene is homozygous type, then the gametes will be receiving the similar type of alleles, capital T and capital T. But if the gametes were having, if the genes were having heterozygous type, then one was capital and the other one was recessive, small letter. So one of the gamete will be receiving the dominant type and the another type of gamete will be receiving the recessive type, small type of character. So this is what does it means here, that parents contain two alleles during gamete formation. The factor or the alleles of a pair segregate from each other such that one gamete receives only one of the two factors. Hope this is clear to you all. Again I am repeating it, that parents are having two alleles in one of the gene, but when during gamete formation, but what happens during the sexual reproduction, when sexual reproduction occurs, and during sexual reproduction when meiosis cell division occurs, during that time when the sexually reproducing cells are undergoing the meiosis cell division, during that time the gamete formation which has been taken place by the help of two alleles, they get separate from each other, they get away from each other, and during that time of separation, one of the allele is received by one of the gamete and the other allele is received by another gamete. In this way, from a pair of gene, from a pair of gamete, both the alleles get separated and they are divided into two different gametes. But what happens if the condition is homozygous? Then both the alleles will be dominant or it will be recessive. If I take here the condition recessive, small t, so it will be reaching separately. Small t and small t will be reaching. So whatever it is, if it is homozygous, then both the similar type of alleles will be reaching to the gametes, and if it is heterozygous, then also two different type of, one capital and one small, one dominant and one recessive will be reaching to the gamete. And this is how your sexes are also defined. I told you that this process takes place during sexual reproduction by the meiosis cell division. So sexually reproduction time, your sex determination and all, how does it takes place? You can understand by this process, that how do the alleles get separate from each other and how do the sexes get framed, how do they form. So this is how your gametes are separating, and this is what was explained by Mendel in law of segregation. This was the definition of law of segregation which has been given in your NCERT book. I have taken exactly the sentence from there to explain what does Mendel wanted to explain in his law. Now the second point is also from your book. What is the second point? The second point is saying that this is based on fact that allele do not show blending. Now what is blending? Blending doesn't mean to get mixed and to get vanished away, to get lost away. As I told you that recessive gene in F1 generation doesn't appear, but it was not lost. It appeared in the F2 generation. It was not disappeared, it was not vanished. It was only in a hidden condition. It was waiting for a suitable condition, suitable favorable time to be get existence over there. So it was that. But here what blending means getting mixed to something, getting combined with something in a very proper manner, in a very proper way, in a very suitable manner. So blending. So this is based on the fact that alleles do not show blending. These alleles are not showing blending. They are not mixing. They are not getting mixed up with anything, with some over here. So, and both trails are recovered as such in F2 generation. Though one of this trait is not seen in F1 generation. If you remember to explain this sentence, I will be explaining with this experiment again performed by Mendel. Capital T, small t. As a result, capital T and small t was obtained. Then when this capital T and small t was self-crossed again, then what was the result? The result was your capital T, small t, capital T, small t, small t and small t. This was your F1 generation and this one was F2 generation. So I'll explain the second sentence with this experiment. This is based, the law of segregation is based on the fact that allele do not show blending. In this experiment, allele is not showing blending. They are not getting mixed up, they are not getting vanished away, they are not lost. Though one of this trait is not seen in F1 generation. Now what is that? When this experiment took place, in F1 generation, from the dominant and from the recessive, both the alleles were obtained genotypically, but phenotypically the plants were tall. Genotypically this was over there, but Mendel was not knowing that the recessive gene is also present in F1 generation. For that only he performed the test cross. It was not known. So this is saying that if it was not observed, that means that it was there, that people could have thought that the the allele has got blended, they have got mixed up, broken down very nicely and mixed up, and their existence has lost. They are vanished away, they are disappeared. But this law of segregation proved by the self-pollination technique in the second F2 generation that both the alleles of the dominant and recessive, they again came in form of dominant form. Here dominant tall was there and here dominant recessive genes were also there. So both the genes got separated from each other in F2 generation. This is what your sentence want to say, is that this is based on the fact that allele do not show blending and both the traits are recovered as such in F2 generation. As such it was recovered in F2 generation, though one of these trait is not seen in F1 generation, but in F1 generation this was not clearly seen. So this is what I wanted to explain in this law, that law of segregation is. So I told you that parents contain in this process, in this law, two alleles during gamete formation, and the factors or the alleles of a pair segregate from each other such that one gamete receive only one of the two factor. I hope this is clear. And the second, I told that this is based on fact that alleles do not show blending and both the traits are recovered as such in F2 generation, though one of this trait is not seen in F1 generation. Then again one more thing I told you, that what is blending? Blending means to get combined with something in a very suitable condition, in a very proper manner. And then I told you that when this segregation will take place, this segregation takes place during the sexual reproduction process, when your meiosis cell division is taking place. At that time this alleles get separate from the gamete and they reach into the two different parts. Then what is here, that there is no exception to the law of segregation. This is very important point now. There is no exception to the law of segregation. There is exception to the law of dominance by the name of incomplete dominance. We will be studying after this law that what is incomplete dominance. But there is exception for law of dominance, but there is no exceptions for law of segregation. Hope children, whatever I have explained you all here is clear to you, and I am shifting away from the board. Take the screenshot. Thank you.